Ever seen Minority Report? That scene where Tom Cruise's car gets, well, a little too smart for its own good?
Yeah, hackers taking the wheel.
Exactly. Feels like we're on the road to that kind of future, right? And the US government is starting to pump the brakes a little.
Oh, really? What's going on?
So there's this proposed ban by the US Department of Commerce, and it's all about car tech, specifically the stuff coming from China and Russia.
Interesting. I haven't heard about this. What's the concern with these specific countries?
They're worried about foreign governments, getting a little too close to our data. Imagine a world where our cars are spying on us, or even worse, getting hijacked remotely.
Okay, yeah, that's getting into some scary sci-fi territory. So this ban, what kind of tech are we actually talking about here?
We're talking about the brains behind the car, the stuff most people don't even think about.
Like what?
Stuff like the Vehicle Connectivity System, VCS for short. That's basically the car's nervous system,
Yeah.
handling all the communication. Your GPS, your Bluetooth, maybe even your coffee order in the future, who knows?
Right, and then there's the automated driving system, the ADS.
Which is basically setting us up for self-driving cars, right?
Exactly. So this ban, it's not about just any car part from these countries. It's specifically targeting the software and hardware running these systems.
And I think this is where it gets really interesting for everyday drivers.
How so?
Because imagine walking onto a car lot a few years from now, and suddenly your favorite features, the ones we probably haven't even thought of yet, are just gone because of this ban.
That's a good point. It really limits our choices as consumers. And, it's not just about where the parts are made. It's about who controls those systems and all the data they collect.
Data, right. We're already giving our cars a ton of information every time we get behind the wheel.
It's kind of unnerving when you think about all the data these systems are gathering. I mean, your car knows where you go, how fast you drive, what music you listen to. It's like a rolling diary.
And remember all that news about Tesla cameras and how that data was being used?
Exactly. And this isn't just a Tesla thing. It's an industry-wide issue. This proposed ban really feels like governments are starting to hit the panic button when it comes to data security and connected cars.
So big picture, this ban is about way more than just cars, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. This is a global conversation we're having about technology, security, and who gets to control our data.
It makes you wonder, though, if this ban goes through, will it actually make our cars more secure? Or are we sacrificing some convenience for a little more peace of mind?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And there's no easy answer. This is a trade-off we're all going to have to grapple with as our cars become more connected.
I mean, on one hand, having a car that can practically drive itself sounds pretty great, but if it means giving up a chunk of my privacy, well, that gives me pause.
It's a tough call.
Mm.
And honestly, this is just the beginning of a much bigger conversation about the future of driving.
And a good reminder to maybe actually read those user agreements before we connect our cars to, well, everything.
Definitely. You never know what you're agreeing to these days.
This whole thing really makes you think, right?
It does. It makes you wonder how much we're willing to give up in the name of progress.
It's a brave new world out there on the open road, that's for sure.